You know, sometimes surprises are a fun thing, right? An unplanned birthday party with friends, that can be a blast. But getting surprised by your finances, especially in retirement, sometimes that can't be too fun. Joining us to discuss how to help avoid those unhappy surprises, Gary Mattson and Laurel Steward, the father-daughter team at Mattson Financial Services, a firm that's been helping people retire successfully right here in West Michigan for decades. You can also catch them on their popular radio show, Money Mentors. Gary, Laurel, welcome back.
Thank you.
And Happy New Year.
Yeah, thank you.
So
You too.
when it comes to unpleasant surprises, first off, what are we talking about and how do we avoid them? That's right up front.
Right.
Yeah, the big thing is the predictability of the market. You know, if you looked at last year, everything was unpredictable, from finances to political things to different goings on interest rates. I mean, everybody was kind of unsure-footed last year. And so the predictability of what the market's going to do this year and where you should be at, that's real important to make sure that you're in a position that you can take advantage of the market's return. And we know it's coming, and we're pretty sure it's right on the cusp of that, so where are you at?
Right, but it's all about planning. I mean, the word plan is vital when it comes to retiring. So what say is the most important thing? Let's stop at the most important thing to consider when coming up with a retirement plan.
It starts with your dreams, your goals, and desires. And I will say that that's the bread and butter of it, because we can't create what your income should look like or the risk and things like that unless we know what do you want to do in retirement, right? You've worked so hard. This is your hard-earned money. Congratulations, you're to this point. Now let's put this plan together, focusing on those goals and making sure you can accomplish them.
And how do we do that? How do we go about planning those? Is it as easy as an interview, answering those three things?
Well, we hope that it's easy, but we, have a planned time to sit together and talk about those three things. That's where we do start. And then we'll look at your different, things you've done so far to prepare for retirement. What have you saved? And then we'll look and see, are there any gaps, or anything in your nest egg that's missing that we want to talk about, whether that's tax planning or making sure you have enough income, that check just like you did while you're working. We want to make sure that that's still there. And then we'll talk about any recommendations to make along the way. But we really do a lot of the heavy lifting, right? We already talked about, you got to this point, you did that hard work. We're here to help you get the rest of the way.
Pass the baton over to somebody who really knows all the ins and outs. You must see everything from day to day, Gary. So when it comes to, what about mistakes? What are people doing wrong when it comes to planning for their retirement?
It's what they don't know to ask, and they haven't asked that, and they proceed on information that they've got from somebody else and it doesn't fit their plan. It could be, converting money to IRAs going from Roth IRAs to regular IRAs and doing the wrong calculation or doing that workspace. The big one this year, really look forward, is that there's new money coming to us through Social Security benefits.
Yeah, it's a big increase, the largest one, I think, thus far.
And that could throw you into a new tax bracket if you're looking from your retirement accounts, getting those additional dollars. Is that putting you in a new tax bracket, and how's that going to affect you?
I'm wondering how many of our viewers knew that. They knew that information. Of course, you know this stuff because you're the expert. So what kind of results are we talking about? I mean, and this isn't just for those who don't have a plan, right? I mean, you could have a plan in place right now, but it can't hurt to give it a second look.
Well, and that's just it. You don't know all of the things. And so we just want to have a conversation, start talking about, and then we'll go through this, nest egg exercise with you and look at income planning, tax planning. What about risk analysis and inflation? What do you have built into your plan there? Do you have a Medicaid specialist? What about your long-term care? So we're going to go through all these various assets, or pieces to make sure you're at least starting to work forward in that.
And maybe we can keep you some more money in your pocket that you didn't otherwise think you had, like taxes. Are you paying too much in taxes? Too much in advisor fees? I mean, we look at all of that. If we could save you 2, 3, 4, maybe 5% from what you're doing now on a $500,000 portfolio, that's an extra $25,000. Who wouldn't like that in their portfolio this year?
I'll take that check, yeah, Gary, no problem. So you talk about some of those unpleasant surprises, the taxes, and other things that people might not know about to even ask. So that's great information. Someone out there right now wanting to avoid those surprises, what can they do? Give you a call?
Yes, you can give us a call for the first 5 callers if you've saved $250,000 or more for retirement. We'll find a time that works best for you to meet with one of our fiduciary advisors, and it will be complimentary. And we also have a little checklist too to say, I might not know what everything I'm missing in my plan. We'll be happy to share that as well.
Excellent. A checklist. Big fan of checklists.
Yes, especially this time of year. Check them off.
Yeah, check them twice, right? Or, if you're doing some shopping this early. Hey, it's an incredible offer. Thank you, Gary, Laurel. For you at home, take advantage of that special offer from Mattson Financial. If you're in or near retirement, Gary, Laurel, the rest of the team want to sit down with you personally personally, as you heard, to customize an enhanced retirement plan just for you. This is a comprehensive plan. It looks at your investments, your income sources, your taxes, and so much more to help get you to and through that retirement you deserve. So reserve one of those spots now. Call the 1-800 number, 800-536-8907. That's 1-800-536-8907.